simplify I to the power 40. So depending on how comfortable you are with I, there's a couple ways we could do this. If you're just familiar with the basic definition of complex numbers and what I squared is minus 1. So what we can do is we can say, well, we've got I to the power 40. Okay? And using exponent rules, 40 can be written as 2 times 20. And as I said, with exponent rules, if you've got a product in your exponent, that's the same as a power to a power. So we can write this as I squared to the 20. The reason we do that is the I squared turns into minus 1. So we get minus 1 to the power 20. And then, if you know tricks for minus 1 to an odd number is always minus 1. And minus 1 to an even number, which is what we have here, is 1. And so you can simplify to 1. So that's just if you know the very basics of what I is. But if I squared is negative 1, what happens if I square it? Right? If I squared is negative 1, I squared, or I to the 4th, using this same little rule here, is negative 1 squared, which is just 1. And so if we realized that, we could say, well, hold on, 40 is a multiple of 4, so write it as 4 times 10, and then you've got I to the 4 to the 10, but I to the 4 is 1. Okay? And you might even just be able to come up, and so, sorry, that simplifies to 1, you might even be able to come up with a little rule, similar to what we have for negative 1. I to a multiple of 4 is always 1, which we have here. I to an even number that is not a multiple of 4, like 30 or 14, is always minus 1. Right? And you can go further. You can say, what happens if it's you're raising it to an odd power and it leaves a remainder of 1? Then you're going to get I. And what happens if it's an odd power and it leaves a remainder of 3 when you divide by 4? Then you get minus I. So it depends on your familiarity level with all of this. You can just do it just from the basic definition, though. Either way, just as a reminder, the final answer here is 1.